Hi, this is Jason from GeneCodes Corporation. Today I'm going to show you one of the features of Sequencher 5.2.4 Sequencher Connections. Sequencher Connections allows you to analyze data that you've generated and aligned in Sequencher using different tools that are based on your computer or on the web. Connections allows you to run these different tools in parallel. Sequencher Connections lets you do two different types of analyses. Those that are run on groups of sequences, such as an alignment with muscle, and those that are run on individual sequences. Today I'm going to focus on one of the tools for individual sequences using Sequencher Connections to perform blast searches. I'll use this project here that I've got open, which shows the results of an assembly using Velvet. When you run in a Velvet assembly in Sequencher, it returns the consensus sequences from the contigs that are created. In this project, we have the results of a de novo assembly on the P53 gene. We're going to use connections to check the results of our sequencing so far, even though we don't have a complete contig spanning the gene. So I'll highlight these three sequences here, select Window, open each in Connections. In the Connections table, each row represents a different sequence, and so we can see we have 3 rows for the 3 sequences that we brought into the Connections window. Each column in the Connections table is a different analysis, and we call each of these columns a different channel. So you can see here that primer blast is one of the channels, and then there are 2 channels here that make use of NCBI's resources and databases. If we select Options, we have the ability to change which database we're searching, either a different one at the NCBI web or even our own local database. And then we have the ability to change the parameters so that you can search different databases using different parameters to try to find to experiment a little and find the best possible set of blast results. Select OK. And so you have some flexibility. You can either run just a single sequence, a single channel, or we can run all of the sequences and all of the channels and run them all in parallel. So we're going to select Run All, and then we'll look at the results when these are all finished. Once you have the results back, you can look at the regular NCBI blast view by clicking on the box for a particular sequence and channel. And that brings up the familiar web page view. You can also view the results using our schematic by right-clicking on the sequence and selecting Show Schematic. And this gives you a similar view to Blast Graphic, except that you get to see the results of all the analyses in one go. So you can see the results from our search of the expressed sequence tag database and the non-redundant database, both at the same time. If you click on one of the sequences, you can view it in a new window to see the GenBank feature table. You also can click on the sequence and add it to Connections so that you can perform further analysis on it in Connections. In the future, we'll be adding more capability to Sequencher Connections. This has just been a brief introduction. Start exploring your data with Sequencher Connections today.